Pesci, and this is Barnes & Noble Tagged. As of midnight, July 15th, it is 18 days and 1 minute from the August 2nd release date of Breaking Dawn, the last book in the Stephenie Meyer Twilight saga. Now, this episode of Tagged is dedicated to everything about Stephenie Meyer and her books. So, if you've broken into a fever waiting for the release of Breaking Dawn, we're going to give you some relief. In less than 3 years, Stephenie Meyer has become a worldwide young adult publishing phenomenon. Her first novel, Twilight, launched the spellbinding story of 17-year-old Bella Swan, who moves from Phoenix, Arizona to the tiny town of Forks, Washington, and falls in love with a beautiful, mysterious vampire named Edward Cullen. Twilight was one of 2005's most talked about books, and translation rights have been sold in 37 countries. The sequel, New Moon, spent over 30 weeks at #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Eclipse, the latest book in the saga, catapulted to the #1 slot on the bestseller list after selling 150,000 copies on its first day. And Breaking Dawn is already breaking records. Its publisher is planning on a 3.2 million first printing, which is a record for them. We thought it would be fun to check in with two people who are right in the heat of the Breaking Dawn mania. Kim Lewis and Megan Burke, they're from our Lake Grove store on Long Island. All right, Kim, I want to start with you. What are people saying about this? I mean, this is huge, right?
This is big, and it's going to be very big, and people are super, super excited. Our store is super excited about having a party that night and having a great time, and people are guessing what's going to happen in the new book.
Megan, you run a book club that's devoted to the books.
Yeah, we have moms coming, and I mean, like, I just graduated college, so I'm like, my college classmates are with me, and it's huge, and we just, in almost 2 hours, we just sit there, and we just pick it apart and discuss it, and we have Team Jacob fights and Team Edward fights.
Yeah. All right, Kim, let's go. How big do you think this is going to be in terms of sales? I mean, how many books do they think are going to sell?
I mean, it will be very big. We're looking like, with the excitement like Harry Potter was, but mostly for teen girls this time. But, I mean, as Megan said, with our group, we've got a wide audience coming. I mean, they're looking for big sales.
All across the country, I know at Barnes & Nobles, all over the place, they're planning big kind of parties and celebrations that night.
Yep, we're going to have a party. It's going to start at 10 o'clock. I know a lot of places are starting parties around that time. There'll be activities, events. They can dress up to support their favorite characters.
This sounds very exciting. All right, is there a place that people can go to check out if they want to find out more about the party in their area?
If they wanted to find out where the party was going to be in their area, they can go to bn.com/breakingdawn.
Ooh, /Breaking Dawn. It kind of is fitting, the slash.
The slash.
Thank you. The romance between teenage Bella Swan and the vampire Edward Cullen is certainly hot, and also one of the reasons the Twilight saga has such appeal among women of all ages. We have with us two equally rabid fans who have been bitten by the Twilight saga. The celebration continues because we have two, shall I say, rabid fans? Do you like that little vampire thing going on here? Fans with us, Rachel Wong and Maya Kazprachak. Now, you girls are huge fans, right?
Yes.
Tell me, how did you first get involved in the Twilight series?
Well, I was just walking through Barnes & Noble, and it was right after Eclipse came out. And I just looked at the cover and like, hey, that's cool. Yeah. I'll see what it's about, and I got hooked.
What do you think really has really grabbed, especially your generation, about these books?
Well, the writing style is very well done, and the characters are easy to relate to in some sort of sense. And then there's the whole Edward Cullen fact, but...
Yeah. You guys are Edward fans, I understand? Yeah. What, now, do you have friends that are Jacob, the werewolf fans?
I don't know anyone who is a Jacob fan.
Anyone that will admit it. And do you?
Sadly, yes.
Sadly, yes. Tell me another thing. What is your thoughts on this whole will she or won't she become a vampire?
Probably Bella will be bitten by the end of the book. Jacob will probably come back.
I think Jacob is going to find his own soulmate somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah. Do you have a party planned?
Yes.
Do you have a Bella costume?
Not yet.
Yeah. So you got your books reserved, going to have a little party, and then you're going to go into your own little cocoon and read, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many times have you both read the books?
I don't know.
More than twice?
More than twice,
I
definitely
lost count after 20.
She lost count after 20. Oh my goodness. All right, so you guys really know what's going on. All right, listen, thank you so much. Get ready, remain calm. You only have to wait until August 2nd. August 2nd. We want to hear from you. Should Twilight heroine Bella Swan join the ranks of the vampires, or should she remain mortal? Go to bn.com/tagged, cast your vote, and we'll let you know the results next week. Last week, we asked you to vote on your favorite influential Southern writer. The majority of you said Harper Lee. Well, that's it for this special Stephenie Meyer Twilight Saga edition of Barnes & Noble Tagged. Hey, good news. You're now a few minutes closer to the release of Breaking Dawn. We'll see you next week on Barnes & Noble Tagged.